Hey, happy hump day, everybody. Tonight, we look at something I have not done in a very long time. We are going to break down my preview, my predictions for this weekend's WWE Wrestlemania 38 live here on Bosty's World. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Yes, happy hump day. It is Wednesday. We are at midweek. It is almost the weekend. Don't panic. We'll get through this together. Right? Of course, right. So yeah, tonight I want to do something I have not done in a really long time. We are going to look at WWE Wrestlemania 38. And I got to tell you, I'm very skeptical about it. We're going to take a look at it. I'm going to give you my predictions. We're going to look at the match card. So, yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it, okay? Now, the source that I'm getting it from, and we're going to break it down, is not WWE.com, but CBSSports.com has broken it down by matches. I don't know if it's going to be the exact order, but the matches are there by each night that they're going to have them. So, yeah, I got my trusty iPad here. But, yeah, here's what we got going on. Like I said, I'm skeptical about it. I think there are only a few matches that have the potential to be good. And the rest of it, not my cup of tea. I am not impressed by it at all. Okay? Just saying. And I know what some people are going to say. Well, you're being too negative. Am I? You know, you're being too much of a critic. You just need to be a casual wrestling fan. But you know what? I've been at this for a really long time. So we're going to say it how we want to say it. We're going to break it down how we want to break it down. Okay, so CBSSports.com has this broken down, like I said, by each night. Because with WrestleMania, there's 2 nights again. Why? Okay, WrestleMania 38 Day 1 matches. Raw Women's Championship on the line. Becky Lynch is going to defend that title against Bianca Belair. I have seen the clips. I've seen the story unfold. And frankly, you know, I used to be the biggest Becky Lynch fan. I was obsessed with her. Now, I really just find her kind of annoying. Her character's annoying. She as a person is annoying. You know, but it is mostly her character. You know, no. I think the problem with her character, she just tries way too hard. That's my opinion. It doesn't flow natural. Girls like Sasha Banks, Charlotte Flair, hell, I'm going to even give credit to Bayley. With Bayley, Charlotte, Sasha, it flows natural, and there's other women that it flows natural to be a heel. Shayna Baszler, perfect example. Ronda Rousey, to say a few. But my prediction about this, Bianca Belair is going to have her day in the sun. She is going to win the belt back at WrestleMania. This is one I would not look forward to if my life depended on it. If my life depended on watching this match, I'd die. Okay? The Miz and Logan Paul versus the Mysterios. So, guys, I don't like Logan Paul at all. I can't stand him. I think he's a scumbag. Okay? Period. For everything that he has done in his past, especially that whole Suicide Forest thing, is unforgivable. To me. At least for me. I think he tries way too hard to want to be in the spotlight. I know he's got a podcast, which I don't listen to. But it's just, no. He's not a wrestler. Okay? I know he's a pretend boxer. You know, I mean, truth be told, that's how I feel about him. I can't stand him. No. I don't see why the WWE keeps ringing his phone. Maybe it's because they're desperate for attention and that Logan Paul is going to be the type of guy that's going to garnish that attention. He's going to talk about it on his podcast, probably talk about it on a YouTube video. Who knows? Who knows? But, and I know the company he surrounds himself with, nah, not for me. But for what it's worth, I hope the Mysterios win because, no, not happening. I don't like it. I think it's garbage. It's garbage booking. You know, because the problem is that you release John Morrison. You could have had John Morrison and The Miz versus the Mysterios. That would have been a lot better. WWE, you don't think. And this is why I don't watch it much anymore. This is why I just keep up with, like, the clips. Seth Rollins versus an opponent that is to be announced on Saturday night by McMahon. Yeah. Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin. You know what? I'm probably going to go with Drew McIntyre on this one because Happy Corbin, he's just a jobber. He is a jobber, an entertaining jobber, higher up on the food chain than, like that of like a Barry Horowitz or, whatever, or a Freddie Joe Floyd, or even a Rad Radford or a Bastion Booger. But yeah, Drew McIntyre, he's going to kick the hell out of Happy Corbin and, and Madcap Moss, whoever the hell that is. The SmackDown Tag Team Championship is on the line. The Usos, Jimmy and Jey Uso, versus Rick Boggs and Shinsuke Nakamura. I would probably say that if the Usos do not retain, it might be a little bad booking. Because, like I said, I don't know much about this Rick Boggs guy, and I know Shinsuke Nakamura, before he came to WWE, was a very accomplished, very talented wrestler. He still is, but WWE, you ruined him. Period. The SmackDown Women's Championship is on the line. Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey. I honestly think that Ronda Rousey's going to get it. She didn't come back for nothing. She probably signed a very lucrative contract with McMahon and WWE. Like I said, she didn't come back for nothing. So, and I've seen the tension heat between the two. But yeah, I think Ronda Rousey is going to get a little too rowdy. I think she's actually going to legitimately hurt Charlotte Flair somehow, some way, because she's going to go way too rough. And that's the way I see it. And then last but not least, on night number 1 of WrestleMania 38, Stone Cold Steve Austin will appear as a guest on the KO show. Yeah. So out of these matches, honestly, I have absolutely no hope for, like I said, I think something's going to get screwed up in Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair. The Usos versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boggs. I think that's going to be an okay match. McIntyre versus Happy Corbin. I don't see that one going down as a good match at all. I think Drew is going to be a whole lot better for the match, but yeah, I don't have a whole lot of faith in Corbin being a good wrestler. He's okay, don't get me wrong, but he's not going to be as good as Drew McIntyre. Seth Rollins, we don't know who he's fighting. Miz and Logan Paul versus the Mysterios, that's going to be garbage. Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair. I think that one's going to be a good match. I think it's going to be brutal. But let's just hope for the best. WrestleMania 38, night number 2. We get into the title match. Roman Reigns, Universal Champion, versus WWE Champion Brock Lesnar. I think this is going to be a pretty good match. And I do hope that Brock Lesnar captures both titles. Because, you know what? I'll be honest. If it was the same shtick that Brock Lesnar was doing when he had Paul Heyman, you know, I would say no to Brock Lesnar and have Roman get both. But I've been seeing the clips, and I've been loving Brock Lesnar's new face character. It's entertaining. Probably about the only entertaining thing in WWE right now, to be honest. But yeah. And like I said, I think this is going to be a power for power, pound for pound. I think it's going to be a great match. Speaking of another great match, Edge versus AJ Styles. I know that Edge has this new heel character that he's doing. That he's the benchmark, you know, for WWE, and you've got AJ Styles, who's the face that runs the place, you know. But I think these two, Edge is a great wrestler. AJ's a freaking amazing wrestler. They're going to be good for each other. I think this match is going to have a whole lot of chemistry. I think a very good story is going to be told with this match. And this is probably one of my favorite matches that I see on this WrestleMania card. Just saying. But that's the one I can look forward to the most. Women's Tag Team Championship is on the line. Queen Zelina and Carmella versus Naomi and Sasha Banks versus Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan versus Natalya and Shayna Baszler. How do you honestly judge a match by this? Because I'll be honest, all these women in this match, in my opinion, they get the vote, okay? They're all great. Some are better characters, like Carmella. I think she's a good character. She's not so much. I think she's an okay wrestler. Queen Zelina, she's accomplished in both aspects. Naomi and Sasha Banks, they're veterans. Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, I've seen this. I like the tag team. I like the idea. But Natalya and Shayna Baszler, Natalya, she's good. Great. Shayna Baszler, she's got the personality of a tree stump, but she also will be apt to, you know, she's also a very good submission wrestler. So they're kind of good for each other. But again, like, I got to be honest, I could probably go for any one of these on the card to be the new or retaining women's tag team champions. But I think if I had to pick one team, I'm probably going to go with Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. Something about Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan just kind of clicks better with me. Just saying. Moving forward. Now, this is one that I'm not looking forward to. This is one that I would call trash. Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. I don't give a shit about it. I don't think you should. But, because I just think, Austin Theory in Progress Wrestling he was a shining star. WWE, you screwed him up. No doubt about that. You screwed him up. Pat McAfee, I never even heard of who the hell Pat McAfee was before he started doing announcing. And then he starts getting into the ring with guys like Adam Cole and the rest of the Undisputed Era. So I'm not looking forward to this one, and I'm not looking forward to the next match. Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville. Why? Could you not find a more suitable opponent for Sami Zayn? And for that matter, you couldn't have found a better, opponent for Austin Theory? WWE, you're supposed to make stars, not shit on them. Anyway, 2 matches that, you know what? They go out the door. I don't care about them. I think they're trash. It's going to be garbage. Raw Tag Team Championship. RK Bro versus the Street Profits versus Alpha Academy. You know what? I like the Street Profits a lot. Let me tell you something about RK Bro. This is a team that I never would have expected to see happen. Matt Riddle working with Randy Orton, I think Matt Riddle is a lucky guy to be working with a veteran like Randy Orton. And they've kind of, their chemistry has kind of been okay. They've proven themselves of being a pretty damn good team. Alpha Academy, I don't get. Otis Dozovich and Chad Gable. Yeah, that I don't understand. But it is what it is. In all honesty, I could either go with RK Bro or I could go with the Street Profits. Just not Alpha Academy. I don't like the team. That's just me. Last but not least, Bobby Lashley, the returning Bobby Lashley, versus Omos. Now, this is what Gorilla Monsoon would talk about as being the irresistible force meets the immovable object. Example, Hogan and Andre. It has that kind of a feel to it, a little bit. And damn, dude, this match is going to be based on power. Straight up power. But Bobby, I think the way it's going to go, I think Bobby Lashley is going to hand Omos his first loss. Because I think, Omos, he's not built to be like running. He's not built for speed. Bobby Lashley has strength and speed. So I think, in all honesty, I think the almighty Bobby Lashley is going to come out on top. So that's going to be another good one. I think I would look forward to seeing Omos versus Bobby Lashley. So that's my preview predictions about this year's WrestleMania. The Hall of Fame, I know, is Friday night? There's only one inductee. I don't quite understand, but that's okay. And that's Sharmell, Booker T's wife. She didn't really do anything. Sorry, just saying. But it's gonna be okay. I would put WrestleManias like WrestleMania 9 and WrestleMania 11, 2 of the worst WrestleManias in my opinion. and put them over against WrestleMania 38. So they were more classic, in my opinion. This WrestleMania card, like I said, I just think it had the potential to be better. But WWE booking should be no surprise that, hey, you have a few trashy things on your card. WWE, you need to fix it. And if you think I've been too negative, well, then that's your thought. That's your opinion. You stay in your lane, I'll stay in mine. I said what I said. And yeah. Anyways, you all enjoy your evening. It's been fun chatting with you. And we'll talk to you guys later. Good afternoon, good evening, good night.